Welcome to the Elevate You Show, where we provide winning solutions for entrepreneurs and creative artists to elevate their business, mindset, spirit, health, and lifestyle. I'm your host, Tamyra Wilson, and I'm here to help you go a little bit higher so that you can have the business and lifestyle you've always wanted. Hello, and welcome to the Elevate You Show. I'm your host, Tamyra Wilson. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. As you know, my show is all about entrepreneurship. I help entrepreneurs and business owners elevate their business, their mindset, their spirit, and their life while remaining healthy. And as a reminder, this show can be found on Amazon, soon to be found on Apple TV. It's currently on Roku. And my podcast will be starting soon, which will also be found on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and some other platforms. So how are you guys doing today? How are you? How are you doing during this time, during this crazy time we're living in? Can you believe that we are living and experiencing, witnessing with our very own eyes, history in the making? I just can't believe we are a part of history being made with this pandemic, with this coronavirus going on, right? How are you guys doing? You know, I first just want to say that my heart and my prayers go out to any of you who have lost a loved one or a friend or anyone near and dear to your heart. My heart truly goes out to you. And what I want to talk to you today about is I want to share with you 9 powerful ways that you can quickly change your emotional state. Because during this time, and I know as difficult as it may be, to keep a positive mindset and to keep a good emotional state, I know it's difficult, but it is so crucial. It's so very crucial during this time to maintain a good, healthy emotional state. Now, we all experience emotions in our lives, right? We've all experienced it. So before I dive into the 9 things, you guys know me already from watching my previous shows that I like to break things down and keep it simple. I already know you know what emotions mean, but let me just read the definition to you, okay? Now there's 3 definitions. The first is a conscious mental action such as anger or fear, subjectively experienced as strong feelings, usually directed towards a specific object and typically accompanied by a physiological and behavioral changes in the body. Now that alone lets me know and confirms, which I already knew, that there is a connection between the body and emotions in your mind too. But that's another episode for another time. The next definition is a state of feeling. And the last definition is the affective aspect of consciousness. So let me just read the second definition, the state of feeling. And I asked again, how have you guys been feeling? How have your emotions been? Have they been fluctuating, getting all out of control? Even without this pandemic going on, I'm sure we've all experienced, like I said, we've experienced emotions, our emotions getting the best of us. You know, there's 7 main emotions that we've all experienced before. That's anger, fear, disgust. What else? There's happiness, sadness, contempt, and surprise. Those are the main 7 emotions that we all deal with. And we all face that. We've all dealt with our emotions getting the best of us, getting out of control. I mean, because none of us I know for me, I'll speak for myself, my emotions will get out of hand if someone is saying something wrong to me or do me wrong or do something wrong or say something wrong towards my loved ones or my you know, my kids, my family members. I mean, we've all experienced that. Our significant others, our emotions will get out of hand and we will put somebody in check, right? And me personally, I've always been the type of person who I don't like to see people being taken advantage of. So I always spoke up on their behalf because maybe they were afraid to say something. And, and people that know me know that I'm quick to speak my mind. And, we've all had our moments where we let our emotions get out of whack. I've been there, done that. I'm not where I used to be. I'm getting better at it, but before I would rip somebody a new one in a second, in a heartbeat. Hey, I'm not perfect. I'm just keeping it real. I'm always keeping it real, right? But yeah, so I mean, we all get our emotions out of whack sometimes, but if we don't control them, if we don't control our emotions, they can have detrimental effects on our attitude, our focus, our decision making, our mood, and our ability to act the right way. But the good news is we can master it. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen all the time because some things catch us off guard all the time, right? So our first natural instinct is to respond based on our emotions. But like I said, we have to learn how to master our emotions, because if we don't learn how to master our emotions, our emotions will master us. And we are supposed to be the master of our vessel and the master of our body. And that's just something that we just have to work on. It is a power skill that can be learned and it must be mastered. That's just simply how it is. Okay, so I want to share with you again 9 things, powerful things that you can do to quickly change or alter your emotional state, for the better. So the first way is to move. All you got to do is just move. See, we are spiritual beings and we should always be in the flow of things. We're always in the flow of things. It's just like how our blood flows through our veins. There's always a flowing motion. It's always circulating. So we always have to move. So what are some of the things that you can do or we can do to continue to move? Well, you guys know me, some of you who already know me personally, or you may have seen me post a video of me dancing. I love to dance. That's one thing that I do, as well as my exercise. I do all kind of different types of exercise. You can exercise, you can do jumping jacks, you can get on a treadmill, do some stretching, some yoga, do something, but do not just sit still during this time that we are shut in. I know some of you may have, gym memberships and you can no longer go to the gym, but you can exercise at home. Be creative. There's different ways you can exercise at home, but don't sit at home all day long without doing any form of exercise. And I know, many of us aren't working on the front lines and, we are kind of at home, but there are some people that still have to go to work. And it is not healthy. It's not healthy if you have a job where you're constantly sitting at the front of a computer all day long, it's not healthy for you. Studies actually show that if you sit for hours at a time, all day long, even if you're laying down for hours all day long, it's not healthy for you. Studies show that if you do that, it increases your health risk for developing diabetes, heart issues, and even some form of cancers, So it's important during this time, during this shut-in time, that you keep it moving. Try to do something to keep it moving. Now, for me, as an entrepreneur, I'm always at my computer. So I literally have to, I may stand up every hour or something just to stretch or move or do something to move and keep my blood circulating. But again, like I said, a part of my daily routine is to exercise anyway, but I will take a break and do some kind of, stretching or some kind of something that's circulate my blood instead of sitting all day at the computer. And maybe you're not an entrepreneur. If you're not an entrepreneur, maybe you're a couch potato and you just sit around all day and do nothing. If that's you, you still have to exercise. Find something to exercise, but don't use this time to just sit around and do nothing. Do something, do some type of personal development. Learn a new skill, learn something new. Work on areas in your life that need sharpened. Your weak areas, sharpen those areas. Do something productive. I know there's some gamers out there, that's all good, but you still need to exercise. And I'm not talking about exercising, just getting up and going into the kitchen and cooking something. That is not exercising. That is not moving. That's not what I'm talking about. Going into the kitchen to go grab some snacks and just feet in your face. And we're at a time where people are eating more and, coming up with all kind of new recipes and everything. But you have to discipline yourself and exercise. It's going to keep you healthy during this time, and it'll keep your stress levels down and help you to maintain a good emotional state. Okay, so please move, do some type of movement. All right. Second thing to alter or to quickly change your emotional state to something positive is to laugh. Laugh. The book of wisdom in Proverbs 17:22, it says that a joyful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. So laughter is like medicine to our bodies, to our soul, to our spirit. Find something that makes you laugh. Find your favorite comedian. Pick up the phone and call, one of your friends that is going to make you laugh, or something that makes you laugh. Now, as far as comedians, a lot of comedians don't make me laugh. I'm just not moved by certain comedians. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and certain things just don't move me anymore. Like, I don't do dumb very well. Like, I don't like dumb stuff or people that say dumb things. It's a turn off, to be quite honest. But I know a lot of people like the same comedians, but some of them, it just doesn't do anything for me at all. It's just funny because, as a kid, and I think that's why a lot of people are drawn to babies, because babies laugh at everything and anything. They're just so innocent and they just laugh. And, but as you get older, the things that you used to laugh at just aren't funny anymore. But anyway, my point is to find something to make you laugh. Read some jokes or find your favorite TV show, whatever the case may be during this time, and laugh. You will see how it will change your emotional state. All right. So the third thing you can do is to change your scenery. I know you guys are like, really? How am I going to change my scenery when we're in shutdown? Well, I know we can't go out to the restaurant. We can't go to the library. We can't, there's a lot of things we can't do, but just get creative. Take a walk around the block. We're allowed to go outside, but we got to maintain our social distancing. So take a walk around your neighborhood or go to the park or do something. Change scenery. Now for me, go in your backyard or in the front of your house. If you have a front porch or something, just change the scenery. sometimes I'll go into my other room, to get away from my office computer, my business computer, and away from all my business stuff and creating stuff. I'll go into my other room, which I call the nourishment room, because, in there, that is my solitude time. That is my me time, where I may go in there. That's where I pray. That's where I meditate. That's where I maybe just sit in complete silence and just allow the spirit to speak to me, and, different ideas and creative ideas just start flowing. Or I may just sit in there and, turn on my waterfall. I listen to very soothing waterfalls from my fountain. Light up some candles, whatever it is. Change the scenery, because that will definitely change your emotional state. The fourth thing is to do something that frightens you. Anytime you do something that frightens you is going to change and alter your emotional state. Nate, what can you do that frightens you? I don't know. You can determine that, but just some ideas. Pick up the phone or have that difficult conversation that you've been putting off with someone. Maybe you need to speak with someone and ask them for forgiveness, or maybe you need to forgive somebody. Do something that frightens you. Or pick your phone up and go do a Facebook Live. Some of you want to do a Facebook Live, but you are frightened. You're a fraidy cat. You're a fraidy cat to go live. So do something that frightens you. Some of you wanted to start your own YouTube channel. Do that. This is the perfect time to do all this. You have nothing but time on your side. Take the time to learn a new skill, learn how to create a Facebook page or a business page, a fan page, whatever the case may be, YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case. Do something that frightens you. All right? Okay, so the fifth thing is drink a big glass of cold ice water. It has to be super, super, super cold. Ice cold water. Why? Because it jolts your body. It will jolt your body, and anything that jolts your body like that is going to alter your emotional state. Okay? All right. So the sixth thing is to use either heat or cold. See, because anything that impacts your body will impact your emotional state. So when I talk about like cold, take a cold shower, for example. A cold shower, that puts your body in shock. It's like your brain can't process like what's going, like, ooh. If you never had a cold shower, I have several times, because there's benefits to having a cold shower. But if you can tolerate and stand and get through a cold shower, you need to pat yourself on the back, because if you can do that, you can accomplish anything, because that is a difficult thing to do. As simple as it is, it's really not simple, but if you can do that, you can accomplish anything. So try a cold shower. And I'm not talking about cheating and putting a little bit of warm or hot water in there to make it a little like on the cool side. I'm talking about cold. But if you can't tolerate it, maybe you need to wean yourself a little into it. Like maybe turn the hot water on and then turn the cold. Have more cold than hot until you can adjust to it. Do whatever you need to do, but take a cold shower. Or stick your feet in a tub of ice cubes. That will definitely alter your emotional state. I've tried that as well. Why did I try those things? Because it helps boost your immune system. When my immune system was a little low and I was going through some health issues, there were certain things that I did, and those were one of the things that I did was taking cold showers, and that helped along with different supplements like vitamin D and turkey tail supplements. This is an important time to keep your immune system strong during this time. So those things helped me. I don't even know why I started talking about the supplements, but anyway, maybe that was for someone listening. As far as heat, you can sit in a sauna. Some people have saunas in their home. I don't know if you do or not, but you can sit in a sauna. And because we can't go to the gym to get access to a sauna, maybe you can steam your shower, turn the water up really, really high and sit in there. That will be your sauna. But as far as like the cold and the heat, you can adjust you can take a shower and adjust the cold to the hot temperature. Turn on the hot for a little bit and then turn on the cold and go alternate back and forth. Using all those things or one of those things will help alter your emotional state. All right, moving on to the next one. The seventh way to help is to sing your favorite song. You can sing a song. Singing, everybody loves music, right? Put on your favorite song, your old school jam, because look, you guys know if you put on or you hear like one of those old school songs or even a current song, you're thinking to yourself, that's my jam. And your head starts bopping. You start snapping your fingers. You start stomping your feet. Sing to your favorite song. Maybe you have a favorite gospel song. Sing to that. I don't care if you can't sing or not. Sing. It will definitely alter your emotional state. Okay? So the eighth thing is to do something new and unexpected. What do I mean by that? Do something that's out of your character. Do something fun or unexpected. Like, I don't know, play dress up or something. Dress up in a clown suit. I don't know. You know what I mean. Be creative. Play dress up. Wear something that you ordinarily would not wear that's out of character from you. And guys, don't dress up as a woman. But you get my point. Don't do anything that's going to change your moral values. I'm not talking about that, but just do something out of the norm. Like maybe take a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce, or I don't know. For me, I like hot stuff, so taking a teaspoon of Tabasco sauce wouldn't be out of the norm for me. Go bike riding. That would not be out of the norm for me as well, because I have a bike and a mountain bike, and I go mountain bike riding. But get creative. You'll think of something. And the last but not least, and it's probably one of the most important things out of the entire list of things that I mentioned, is to keep your mind stayed on God, on Yeshua, on the divine, the creator. Because Isaiah 26:3 says, you will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusts in thee. What does that mean? God will keep you or me in perfect peace because our mind is stayed on him. Why? Because we trust in him. Now, for some of you, this might be difficult to keep your mind stayed on the creator during this time. And because maybe you don't know God, maybe you don't have a relationship. How can you keep your mind on someone or trust someone that you don't have a relationship with? It's just like, it's the same as in the natural. Like, you're not going to keep your mind on someone that you don't know. You're not going to keep you're not going to trust in someone that you don't know. But look, he says he will keep you in perfect peace. He didn't say he will keep you in peace. He said perfect peace. That means there is no fluctuations in like your emotions and everything going on. It's not going to the left or to the right. It's just a solid peace. Peace that passes all understanding. So how do you get to know God? You pick up the word and start reading it, you know? Pick up the word and start reading. All right, I'm not here to preach or anything like that, but I just want to share with you those 9 powerful things that you can do to help quickly alter your emotional state. Because look, guys, again, we are living in a rough time right now, and it's important to keep our mind positive, keep a healthy emotional state. All right. So I hope that this has helped you. I hope that you will implement at least one of them, or if not all. And thank you guys for tuning in and watching. And until then, until the next time, as I always say, take time to elevate and celebrate you, because guess what? Sometimes no one else will. But I celebrate you. I celebrate your gifts, your talents, and simply for you just being you. So until the next time, go in peace, and I will see you on the next show. God bless.